What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video featuring Hog Riders and LavaLoon at Town Hall 12. We have a few brilliant examples from Red Elite on display for you today, starting off with a 6-pack from the House Elf, 1 Hog Rider attack and 1 LavaLoon. Then we'll flip through the strategies. The very last attack of this video is a fantastic Hog Rider attack, really picking apart the base, which I very much enjoyed. If you do want to, make sure to subscribe for daily Clash of Clans videos. Getting into this first attack, you can see how right to the north of the base, and this is going to be prevalent throughout the replays on this video, the Giga Tesla was right at the edge of the base. Now the maxed level Giga Tesla has that bomb underneath it, and obviously that is devastating for your troops, or when the bomb hits the ground from the Giga Tesla, should we say, it's devastating. So if you can take it out, it's always wise to do so if it's to the side of the base. However, not many smart base designs are going to be giving you that Giga Tesla. There's probably going to be traps in that area, maybe a Tesla farm in itself, so make sure you're watching out for that. Often a queen walk or charge can be very beneficial to get that. In this example, you could see how the House Elf used that wall wrecker and a small kill squad to get right into the center of the base. Just look at the amount of giant bombs in that northern area that went off, but that made it fantastic for Hog Riders to then move right the way around the side of the base. Obviously, if there's already been a scout attack, you know the traps, or you should know a good few of them. That will give you an idea as to whether you can lalo the back end or whether Hog Riders are your better option. Depends on the placement of air defense, what you can get out from your kill squad. Not going to sit and lecture you on that, guys, but basically using that kill squad and the wall wrecker is very beneficial for these two strategies we're highlighting today, the LavaLoon and the Hog Riders. Let's move on to a LavaLoon attack, and on this one the Giga Tesla is actually in the center of the base, so not quite as simple as coming straight in and taking it out. We're going to have to take it out mid-raid, and let's see how we do that. As you can see, the final building being the King's Altar going down for the 3 stars. So that House Elf is going to show us how to do this, and as you can see, the Giga Tesla is in the center of the base. You're going to need a huge kill squad to get in and take that out, but many times you might just have to commit more troops to it. As you can see though, for this example, we're not going to press that far. We're just going to use the baby dragons as funneling troops, then the wall wrecker comes in and the king and queen behind. No Grand Warden, no golem or anything like that, so we're not expecting to get that far into the base. However, we can take out the enemy CC, as you can see going down now, the enemy queen, and 2 air defense, as well as a lot of other point defense in that area. We had an X4 shooting upwards, the air sweeper was important to get down, and look at now how the northern area of the base is down. We can swoop in with the Lalo, and because we can come in from the south as well, we can really steer the balloons and group them together over the top of the Giga Tesla. But if you're doing that, the Giga Tesla can take out your balloons in one shot, so you're going to need to have your Grand Warden on air, so that is exactly what the House Elf does. Notice how quickly he's bringing the troops in from the south. That means that he can concentrate the fire into the center. Look at the balloons starting to merge together over the air defense, Eagle Artillery, Giga Tesla. There's so much point defense there and so much damage, you're going to need them balloons. Right as they move up over the Giga Tesla, remember it's not always going to be activated straight away. Grand Warden's ability is pressed so that he doesn't lose any balloons from that situation. Moving to the back end of the base, it's really just making sure you're covering wizard towers, and any splash damage, you're probably going to find red bombs over in that area as well, just trying to add to the splash damage. But a rage, a haste, a heal, anything like that, back end loons are going to be fantastic for taking out them splash defenses. Obviously, as you can see, the House Elf bringing in minions. Again, depending on your army, if it's ground or air, your cleanup troops probably want to correlate with that, just because traps are already down within that area. Moving down to the next one, we actually have a live attack there by Firebird. Not going to go into it on this video, obviously we're concentrating on the Hogs and the LavaLoon, but again, look at the base design for this one, that Max the Giga Tesla right at the side, but look at what other value we can get. I mean, this is just crazy. We have the King, Queen, a Wizard Tower, Inferno Tower, so much point defense. It would be silly of us not to come in from that area, and we could even get further if we take a big enough push. So the Wall Wrecker in this situation is going to be very helpful. As you can see, it's quite easy to set up a funnel as well. It's not like there's going to be a lot of buildings drawing troops around the outside. Because they're so clumped like that, you can see a Giant and Wizards created the funnel on the bottom, and the Baby Dragon is enough to do it on the top. As long as we have that Wall Wrecker protected enough to get into the base itself, we are golden to take down the Giga Tesla, the King, the Queen, the CC is going to get lured, and we get an Inferno Tower there as well. So huge value there. And then as you can see, the jump spell actually provides access in towards the Eagle Artillery. Now for Hog Riders, that's actually a big deal. If the Eagle Artillery is firing down on your Hogs, it can do significant damage over the course of the raid. However, the Queen is going to step up there, pop the ability, and take that down. Notice though how we have the heals ready for the Hogs. Obviously, with that kill squad, we don't really have too much damage on the Hogs. The Queen just clutches the Eagle Artillery, and then with the heal spells, we don't have to worry about that damage. There was a few giant bombs when they first came in, but because of that nice push into the center, we've really just got defenses on the outside. And that makes it a lot easier from a Hog Rider deployment point of view. You don't have to worry specifically about bringing them in surgically. On this one, you could see that nice U shape that went right the way around the base. The Hog Riders were going to be moving in that direction, and it was quite thin as well. So the heal spells actually cover that entire radius. It's not that they were missing Hogs on the outside or anything like that. So very easily done in that sense. Didn't have to worry about sprinkling Hog Riders in about the pathing. Again, in terms of the ground-based troops coming to clean up, plenty of Hog Riders left over in this one, but the Wizards are in there to help. Hog Riders are obviously good to jump over the walls and take out these final buildings. However, you might want to consider miners or something like that, one or two, just to sneak into them buildings if you are worried about time. However, Hog Riders, if you can protect them, are very good at cleanup themselves. Let's move on to another LavaLoon attack. Then we have the Hog Rider attack I was telling you about that really picked apart the base, and I just like the pathing of it, so we'll move on to that next. However, again, running theme for this video, I really wanted to highlight this. If you have a Giga Tesla at the side of the base, you have to be thinking about taking it out. Yes, make sure you're thinking about, is it a trap? Are they trying to lure me into that area? Perhaps the heroes are at the opposite side of the base and you can't get huge value, but again in this one, quite easy to take down the Queen, the CC and the Giga Tesla. I mean, you guys know this. You know what you want to try and get in terms of value from your kill squad to try and make it so that the attacker can't get them things all together. However, in this one, CC's down, Queen is down, and our troops can then plow through the base itself. Notice how the bowlers make a fantastic addition to that kill squad, just popping out of the Wall Wrecker. You can put a rage on top of them and they do significant damage. And then again, just looking at this one, we are going to have to hit an air sweeper no matter how we play it into this one, but it's not going to be that big of a deal because of the spread we have on the balloons, taking them out from right the way around the side of the base, forcing the others into the middle. It's a little bit tricky, the pathing on that base with the defenses on this side, we really had to get them down quickly to concentrate the fire into these central compartments, which Sumi did very well here. And again, moving to the final defenses, he actually has 2 Lava Hounds left over, so super efficient. Didn't pop the Lava Hounds, which is often a bad thing. Obviously you want them pups, but as long as you've got enough in terms of cleanup, you might have noticed he had minions coming around the top. As soon as them defenses were down, make sure you just spend that extra second to quickly deploy the minions and know you're concentrating on your spells and the deployment of that think about them cleanup troops as well. So there was looking very good for Red Elite here. Let's move to that attack I wanted to show you. It was on our previous war, and it was against base number 7. So here we are, Raison, absolutely brilliant attacker. Look at this base, it's crazy, it's all over the place. Sometimes you can get kind of lost in your plan with these types of base, trying to pick off defenses, but I actually really like how Raison does this. So again, Giga Teslas at the side. Now this is where there's actually a Tesla farm on this base, so there's significant damage in this area, not to mention the CC that can be lured there as well. You could easily mess up coming into that area, but he's going to kind of just pick apart the buildings there, send the Queen, level 60 Queen, and the Grand Warden as well to help out. Is going to take a lot of them buildings down. I like the couple of giants here just because it would have got quite a lot of damage onto the Queen, just able to take out them Teslas, and he can hold back on the rage spell that little bit longer to ensure that he takes the dragons down and the rest of the buildings there as well. Obviously Giga Tesla goes now, so that's the main threat in terms of the Hog Riders. As we zoom out, what you'll see is that he narrows the path for the Hog Riders into the center. He needs to get the Hog Riders into that central compartment. A difficult task in terms of just the Hog Riders because the defense targeting troops. So he's quite confident with the Queen down the bottom. Now he's going to swap sides and basically do a bit of a hero exchange. You'll see this in a second. The Wall Wrecker comes in just to tank a little bit for the King and a few wizards. I've said it time and time again, the King in himself is a brilliant tank. Get some high damage troops behind in that of wizards. Sprinkles in a few balloons as well, and like we said, the King's going to exchange, take out the Queen, and continue the funnel around the side. Now look at the Hog Riders. It's crucial that he brings some into these defenses here. They are going to reroute into the center, otherwise they could easily get drawn down and then around, which is exactly what this base wanted him to do. Notice how they nearly did that. The ones on the left just about got them defenses down quick enough, and obviously then he's got enough Hog Riders redirecting into the middle. Actually then needs to reinforce the southern area just to make sure he's taking down this area with as much efficiency as possible, able to take out some giant bombs there as well to save his huge group of Hog Riders as they come through. But I just really like how he picked apart the base, used the Queen charge down on the bottom. She's now looped right the way around and is helping with cleanup since the Hog Riders were in, and I like how the King was used on the opposite side, kind of how you might use this in a minor attack, King on one side and Queen on the other, but it worked really well to get the Hog Riders into the center of the base. So that is going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As ever, leave likes on the video, drop your comments below, they really do help out. Until next time though guys, peace out.